Welcome to the Wonderland, where we bring you the things you wonder from around the world. Before we get started, please hit the subscribe button so you never miss our video. In Japan, ramen noodles are not taken lightly. They are unquestionably one of Japan's most well-known dishes when it comes to Japanese cuisine. A way of life, in fact. These noodles are a traditional staple, available in a large variety of instant ramen options and specialty stores. Over the years, ramen has developed independently on its own, and for this reason, each region or prefecture has a distinctive method for preparing its own regional ramen. Indeed, ramen variation is one of its key attributes. Noodles, toppings and broths all come in a wide variety, allowing for countless possible combinations. Udon's smooth but firm texture, the distinct aroma of soba, and the delicate flavor of men, which means wheat flour noodles, are all different types of Japanese noodles that are enjoyed throughout the country. These noodles have different ingredients and noodle thickness used that affect the flavor and texture of the noodles. You can have freshly cooked dried noodles whenever you'd like, because they're simple to store at room temperature. But how did these amazing Japanese noodles start? Japanese ramen is a well-loved noodle dish that many people throughout the world enjoy. Although ramen is now widely recognized as a Japanese dish, its origins are in China. During the Meiji period, Chinese immigrants brought it to Japan. Chinese noodles in broth with Chinese-style pork were originally used to make it. The dishes chuka soba and shina soba originally shared the same name. They both refer to Chinese-style noodles, but in distinct ways. Chinese noodles are typically seasoned with salt, since Southerners are used to seasoning with salt, while boiling pork bones or chicken bones, soupy broth are more common. Until the country underwent an industrial revolution at the end of the 19th century, wheat noodles were eventually seasoned with soy sauce to appeal to Japanese local tastes, giving rise to Japanese noodles. Therefore, the so-called Japanese ramen is a Chinese noodle prepared in Japan using Chinese pasta. Following then, the Japanese kept creating and enhancing the traditional Japanese version ramen. It has developed into a distinct Japanese-flavored variety of noodles. Japan has created numerous varieties of ramen throughout the years, with the sole notable variation being the broth, which spans from shio ramen to tonkotsu. Conversely, the wavy noodles' firm texture and yellow hue are still achieved using kansui. The ramen was not only created by the Japanese, but its popularity has spread throughout the entire world. Japan offers more than just ramen. Ramen has undoubtedly won over hearts and stomachs everywhere, but it is nowadays presented in several types and flavors. There are already over 30 different regional ramen variations in Japan. Each variation blends one or more traditional soup bases, including shoyu, shio, miso, and tonkotsu ramen. A particular bowl of ramen can also be made using regional ingredients and noodles with a certain form and texture. Here are some mouth-watering Japanese ramen noodle dishes you'll ever have. Sapporo, the city of Japan's northernmost prefecture of Hokkaido, is renowned as the origin of miso-style ramen. This ramen uses a miso soup flavored with ginger, green onion, garlic, and roasted pork, and is often paired with more unusual, especially local toppings like Hokkaido butter and sweet corn. A slice of pork belly and a mound of bean sprouts give the dish some protein and a bite of freshness. As if that wasn't enough, Sapporo ramen is topped with a layer of lard, keeping the temperature of the soup piping hot. Additionally, to make this local specialty, fragrant soybean paste is sautéed together with ginger and garlic and mixed with hearty pork flavor bowl of ramen that hits the spot on even the coldest winter days. Hakata ramen is a thick, creamy dish from Fukuoka City in Kyushu. The Hakata ramen, well known throughout Japan, has thin noodles with braised pork, chewy, crunchy kikurage, spicy mustard greens, pickled ginger, green onions, sesame seeds, and crushed garlic on top. It is created with pork bones that are boiled at a high temperature until they release their collagen and produce a rich, milky broth flavor with seafood stock. Also, it's customary to request a second serving of noodles, known as kaidama, if you eat the noodles quickly. Hakata ramen or tonkotsu ramen originated in Kyushu, but it has now expanded throughout Japan and many other nations. In Wakayama Prefecture, the Wakayama ramen is also known as chuka soba. It means Chinese noodles, and is primarily divided into two main forms based on the soup. There is a tonkotsu shoyu base, and a shoyu base made with soy sauce, chicken, and vegetables. The noodles are thin and straight, and the toppings include sliced pork, green onions, bamboo shoots, and nori seaweed. The broth is rich and savory, with a hint of sweetness from the soy sauce. Another famous ramen dish is the tsukemen, or dipping noodles. Unlike traditional ramen, the noodles are served separately from the broth, and are meant to be dipped in a thick, flavorful sauce made with soy sauce, pork bones, and other ingredients. The noodles are typically thicker and chewier than regular ramen noodles, and the dipping sauce is often served with toppings like sliced pork, boiled eggs, and green onions. Ramen noodles are a beloved dish in Japan, with countless regional variations and flavors to choose from. Whether you prefer a rich and creamy tonkotsu broth, a spicy miso soup, or a savory soy sauce base, there is a ramen noodle dish out there for everyone. So the next time you visit Japan, be sure to try as many different types of ramen as possible and discover your favorite. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content from Wonderland. Also, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for updates, behind-the-scenes content, and more fascinating stories from around the world.